Okay. Welcome to episode 3, the sequel. We had a third episode recorded already, and somehow I managed to fuck it up. So, welcome to episode 3 of Uncut, Unoriginal. I'm Demetrius.
Jose. And yeah, like you said, we had a third one. This would have been 4th.
Yes. My bad. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what happened to it, so I don't... You know, it happens. I agree. Maybe it's for the best. You know, exactly. I would much rather make this mistake early than go into like episode 30 or something and fuck up there because it's a lot harder to just re-record. We're not going to talk about anything that was in episode 3 because, to be honest, we don't remember. Oh, I guess there's a couple things we'll bring up that were more or less the same.
I mean, we're obviously going to talk about what we were going to do in episode 4.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're doing in this one.
Exactly. So episode 4 is now episode 3. And everything we talked about we were going to do in episode 4, we are now going to do in episode 3. We asked a bunch of girls questions that they want guys to answer.
And it's not a lot of questions.
Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, that's not bad. And some of these are thinkers, so...
Yeah. Like questions into another question.
Yeah, so I mean, it's none of these I think are like... question and then it's a yes or no, you know what I mean? It's something that you're gonna have to like put some effort into formulating an answer. I don't want to just off the cuff be like yeah or no. I want to actually, you know, put my opinions out there because I think you and I are gonna have very different opinions on some of these questions.
If they knew us like personally, we are two different people.
Yes, emotionally we are not very similar.
And that's why they ask some of these questions.
Yes, because they want to know.
The girls we ask the questions, we know who they are.
Yes.
So some of these questions are like towards us, I guess.
Yeah, they want our specific answers, but we are going to answer in the place of men in general. So
at least,
yeah, or at least we're going to do our best. Try. Yeah.
I
mean, I guess we can just jump into it. Is there anyone you want to start with, or do you just want to go straight down the line?
I mean, it don't matter, honestly.
Okay, so the first one is probably, I guess, the most not safe for work one. It's just, what do you do before a hookup? Which, I didn't get the question at first. I didn't, like, it was explained to me, like, you know, do you shower, or do you, like...
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know what the question was.
Yeah, see, I didn't get it either when she wrote it.
So
I mean,
is that what they were asking?
Yeah, like, what is your preparation before you, like, a hookup? Obviously,
take a shower in cologne.
Yeah, take a shower. I take a shower. Brush my teeth. I even like pop some gum or a mint in or something like that.
And go buy some Plan B.
You got $50 you just want to throw away? I get on something like I don't like get dressed up.
I mean, if you're gonna fucking take it off, what's
yeah,
the point
exactly. My the reasoning behind that was
what's the point?
Exactly. If I'm just gonna
take
it off,
go buy a suit just so I can drive there.
Exactly.
Or
easy access, just sweats, a t-shirt, and a hoodie, which is what I normally wear anyway, all the time. But in those given situations, I guess that is like the best. I feel like that's probably the easiest question on this list.
Yeah, we should have just asked what they were meaning by that.
Which, I mean, that's fine. I'd rather get the easy one out the way than go all the way down. And then after, because some of these questions are real thinkers, get to the very end and be like, what do you do before a hookup?
That's true.
Wash my junk, duh. Make sure you get all the crevices and everything like that. You don't want to...
energy drinks.
No, I don't. I hate that.
I don't drink energy drinks.
Yeah, I don't either. It's bad. They're bad for you.
I do, but not like unless I have to wake up like really early. Then I'll drink one. Maybe.
I've never actually had one. I've tasted them. I've tasted Monster, and I know what like Red Bull and Nos taste like. But I won't. I will not drink them. I couldn't even drink the G Fuel you let me try that one time. So it's.
I can't remember the last time I had an energy drink. I'm trying to think, but
was it that G Fuel?
Oh, it might have been. Yeah.
I don't get energy drinks like what, like obviously it's supposed to keep you wired, but like you're usually gonna crash.
Also, did you see that? Not see, because obviously I'm telling you, the sponsor that I have, Mal Energy, they were getting roasted because people who go to the gym use it. They're like, oh, this is the worst pre-workout, and then somebody from Mal, they're like, it's not a pre-workout. If you read our advertisement, it says not pre-workout. So how are you going to take it as a pre-workout?
So if you're going to roast somebody, do your research.
Yeah.
You don't want to get roasted back by the person you're trying to roast, especially if you're going to do it like on a platform.
Yeah.
Like, don't at me at social media if you're not bringing receipts and shit like that.
because they do say it's not a pre-workout.
Yeah,
it's just like a.
It just tastes like a pre-workout,
like a G Fuel. Don't want to sponsor me.
I think yours tastes better than G Fuel. I don't like G Fuel. Like, even when I watch streamers and YouTubers and they're like doing, in the middle of their video, they're scooping out their powder into their cups and using the shaker and stuff like that. The whole time I'm looking, I'm like, that's gonna taste like shit. It's either gonna taste mad chalky or it's gonna taste like shit.
Also, I was gonna tell you what kind of drink it was, but this is mine and Demetrius podcast, and they're not sponsoring this. They're sponsoring my own Twitch.
Yeah, they sponsor Jose on Twitch, not me. Jose's got a much bigger following on Twitch than I do. But his stuff's a lot farther along setup wise. He's got his whole layout.
So yeah,
he's got subscribers and stuff like that. I have 3 subscribers.
Speaking of which, twitch.tv/JLC.
Is it not the 197? Is that on there too?
Oh yeah, 197. Yeah.
Twitch.tv /JLC 197. There you go. Can't even promote your own Twitch correctly. Yeah, God, this guy.
I'm new. Sorry. First day.
Okay, I guess we can get the second one.
Yes.
Let's see. What is your deal breaker in a girl?
I asked that because I didn't know what they said. They meant what is like a turnoff, or like something that was like you're talking and then you find out they're doing this or whatever, and I'm like, never mind.
Okay. So then I guess we should do both sides of that question. What do you like in a girl, or what do you like in a girl, right? And then what don't you like in a girl?
Well, yeah, that's what they were asking.
Okay. I'll let you can answer first. Go ahead. Because mine, I don't know.
I mean, fuck. Like I don't know how to answer it without being rude.
I mean, you can be rude.
I don't.
They ask the questions, which means they want to know the answer, which means they don't get to complain what the answer is.
I mean, one was like smoking, not like that was lettuce, but like cigars, cigarettes, stuff like that. I don't know if I can.
Nah, I can't do that.
So, and then I mean, if they're doing like weed, then
I mean every other person does it. I personally don't smoke.
But if they do like fucking booger sugar and meth, what the fuck are you doing with me?
Like how you jump from cocaine straight to meth. So, you didn't hit any of the other drugs in between. No heroin.
Well, because I mean, you're either doing one or the other.
That's true.
Or in between. So, I mean, but if you're doing meth, you try them all.
I feel like that's true. Meth is what you do when you exhausted all other options.
What I like, I mean, I don't know. I think it just, I mean, like we said, me and Demetrius are 2 different people. So my answer is, like, what I like is just, I guess if I'm attracted to you, then I'm just attracted to you. But, I mean, I'm not going to say I don't like it because of this, and this. So,
whereas I have a whole list of things. I'm real picky, which is fine.
But, I mean, okay, yeah, you're picky, but that's like, because whoever says they don't have a type, that's not okay. That's not a thing.
I don't have a type.
That's not okay.
I don't have a type.
You do. You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't have. Okay, to me, I don't have a type.
Okay.
Okay. My deal breaker in a girl is. I don't. I know a lot of like. This is probably like a switched scenario. I know a lot of like the stereotypical thing girls hate is when guys are needy. Like when they're all lovey-dovey and shit like that.
Some of them do.
I hate that. I don't like that. I'm not an emotional person.
No, I'm saying some girls like that though.
Oh, I hate that. You can. I mean, I'm not. Jose knows. Okay. I'm not big on like physical interaction. I don't like hugs. I don't like people touching me before without having said, "Hey, I'm gonna like put my arm on you" or something like that. So I'm not a real snuggler, I guess, and that's like the best way not to put that. I'm not like physically. I'm absent. I don't know how else to word that. I'm not real big on drugs. Obviously, Jose mentioned, we're similar in that respect. I need to be with somebody who is able to accept that I like being alone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm a real homebody. My day off. My days off consist of me just coming home and gaming.
And he has reasons why he's like this.
Yeah.
But like obviously this episode is just for these questions.
We'll go in depth into those reasons in a future episode, and maybe.
Obviously, everybody has a reason why they're a certain way.
Yes.
So that's why I'm backing him up on this decision.
Because him and I don't agree.
Yeah.
I would say not turn-ons, I guess, because I can do this to a girl and them not be like, or me not think I want to date them. I want to be with a girl who is able to have a conversation. It doesn't matter what the conversation is about, but is able to have a nice, like, intellectual conversation.
About anything? Or
yeah, honestly, it doesn't even have to be about anything. Or it can be about anything, sorry. I mean, if you share interests, yeah, then that makes it even easier to talk about. But, like, if you can just sit and have a conversation with somebody for, like, an hour, you can look back and be like, you know what? They're all right. It's not bad. When it comes to, like, somebody that I would date, because let me preface this by saying I have known multiple girls who were my friend that because I could carry a nice conversation with them, everyone assumed that I was sexually interested in them, which is not the case. Jose knows who I'm talking about. And it's dumb. I hate the stigma of guys only talk to girls because they're trying to get in their pants, because that's stupid. And I know that sounds like real incel of me, and like, girls just don't like me for my personality. Guys can have girlfriends without wanting them to be their girlfriend.
Yeah.
I've had lots of friends that were girls growing up. My closest group of friends are all guys. I just feel like there's a lot less drama there. Also, there's a lot less risk of catching feelings, I guess, and only having it one-sided.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in love with my homies, but we all love each other, so.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them at work today. I'm like, me and him are gay for each other, I guess.
I mean, I protect Jose from all these women trying to rip his clothes off, and Jose has all these women trying to rip his clothes off. No, I'm relationship-wise, Jose and I are
two different people.
Yes, I'm very hands-off on a relationship, which I get initially sounds bad, but I'm a very solitary person. I don't need. I guess that's okay. That's what I guess I'm trying to say is I don't need the person in a relationship that I'm with. You know what I mean? Like if I have a girlfriend, I don't need them to give me hugs. I don't need them to like cuddle or anything like that. I don't know.
He doesn't need the attention.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a good way to put it. The attention is not necessary because you can just leave me. You can leave me alone, and I am 100% fine. I'm not mad at you. If you want to talk, cool. But if I spend all day in my room, or if you don't hear from me all day, it's not because I don't like you or I forgot about you. I'm just doing me, which I guess sounds kind of selfish, but what relationship isn't? You know what I mean? That was a long answer for question 2. I guess we can go to question 3. How long does it really take to get over a girl that you were in love with? I have a real good answer for this one. I'm going to answer this one first. The answer is you don't. That's the honest to goodness truth. I had a girlfriend a long, long time ago. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. That to this day, sometimes I still catch myself, like in the back of my mind, she'll still pop up. I don't think that if you're really in love with somebody that you ever actually like
forget them.
It's always there. Like, because if to like somebody is to like
maybe
somebody.
not
That's
as
like your
much
friends.
As what you did.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm not saying you're in love with them, but a part of you will always love them. Like you will always care about them.
Yeah.
I care that she is doing okay. You know what I mean? And every now and again, it hasn't happened in a long time, but every now and again she'll stop by to visit our boss at work, and I just go to the other side of the building because I'm not trying to. Like, if you put a lot of effort into a relationship, like a lot of time. And I put a lot of time into this relationship, and it doesn't work out, then I think both sides are, I guess, at fault in that situation, because her and I never got any closure in that. We just decided to break up, and then we never spoke to each other again.
I mean, was it like both of you decided to break up, or just one-sided? Because if both, then yeah.
We both decided it was, that was just the best thing to do, because we were at two different points in life, which is weird because I was like 4 years older than she was. She wanted kids and to get married, and I didn't. Is pretty much what it more or less boils down to.
I'm 24. You're how old?
I was right around this time. I was like 24. So I
still don't want kids.
Yeah, same. I don't want that either. Which, given back then, like 20 through 23-year-old Demetrius would have told you that this was 100% the girl. You know, this is the one for me. I don't believe in that love at first sight bullshit because of this situation. Because the first time I met her, I was like, damn, this is the one. And I spent years chasing after this girl. And then it finally happened. And then the whole thing went to shit. So, to answer the question, I don't think if you actually, honest to goodness, love somebody and your relationship doesn't work out, that you can ever really forget about them. Like, you don't get over it. Getting over it is not the word I'd use for that. You move on. To get over it means true. Like it's out of sight, out of mind. Move on means I understand that you and I are not in this relationship anymore.
Can I see the question?
Yeah. You and I are not in this relationship anymore. I've accepted that. Obviously, you've accepted that. And I'm going to continue to live my life.
So it'll be like, what is the... No, that's not it.
It's the third one.
So how long does it really take to move on to someone else is what should have been the question.
When I figure out the answer, yeah, I guess when you're ready. I still don't know the answer to that. After that relationship,
I don't think I have an answer either.
Yeah, so. that's a real toughie.
Because I only had one serious relationship.
I think I've had two. I would say three real serious relationships. This girl who I was talking about earlier, that was the biggest one. My most recent ex-girlfriend. And then I had one that was in between. And the only reason we broke up was because she was moving like really far away. And distance is a bitch and a half. And I didn't have the gas money just to drive back and forth and back and forth. You know what I mean?
I mean, and long distance relationships I don't believe in that.
Yeah, it's real hard.
Someone who we know from work is in one, and I don't know how he does it. I respect it. Like, I ask him all the time, like, I respect you. I met his girlfriend the other day because she visited from...
Wait, who is it? Well, okay, what's the first letter start with?
J.
That didn't even narrow it down. Skinny one or fat one? Skinny one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Yeah. So I met her the other day. She was nice. Yeah.
I mean, I guess a long distance relationship requires like an incredible amount of trust, which is fine. You know, I get into a relationship not trusting somebody.
Yeah, so. I was saying you need trust in a relationship.
It's like my friend Nathan. All of his girlfriends, for whatever reason, and this is not me being biased because he's one of my really, really close friends, but all of his girlfriends always like accuse him of cheating and stuff like that. And he's just like, huh? Like, what is it you think I do when I go hang out with my friends? You think we just go to the strip club, slap a couple hundreds down and be like, hey, which one of you guys wants to have sex? That's not how that works. We just we get together and chill.
Then we play fucking Nintendo Switch, Pokemon, and
we'll play video games and drink. And enjoy each other's company. Which is, because with me and my old school friends, who I've known since, I think I mentioned this in an earlier episode, I've known them since like I was 9. It's hard for us to all get together because we have jobs, we have lives, we have responsibilities, and we have relationships and stuff like that. So when all 6 of us or 5 of us can get together, then yeah, we're gonna do something that is fun for us. We're not gonna go and be like, hey, which one of us is in a relationship? 3 of us, okay. Let's go fuck that up. You know what I mean? That's how their girlfriends think, and I'm like,
if your friends are like that, if your friends are like, oh yeah, you should go talk to that dude even though you're in a relationship, then what's the fucking point of being your friend?
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't let my friends, if like, one of them starts like talking to a girl, I'd be like, hey, listen, man, you're married, or hey, man, you've got a kid, or you got a girlfriend, bro.
It should be the other way around. Or like, oh, if Demetrius goes out and he's trying to talk to someone, but I know he's in a relationship, I'm gonna fucking yank that dude
be like,
from the hair like he doesn't have.
What you doing? What you thinking about? Because it's clearly not about being loyal. Trust is a big thing for me. I guess this kind of feeds back to the like deal breakers. Trust is that's a big percentage of like what I see in a relationship. Like, if you can't trust me, then what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've never cheated in a relationship. I can 100% say that. And I've always had rumors started about how I've slept with this person or how I've slept with that person, and none of them were true. And I've had rumors stated about how I've cheated on this girlfriend or cheated on that girlfriend, and none of them were true.
Trust and communication are two big things that everybody needs in a relationship. And me personally, suck at the second one.
Oh, I was about to say,
communication.
I'm dog shit at communication.
We can barely communicate with each other, and we are friends.
Yep.
I mean, we're friends, but we're cousins.
Yeah, we call each other cousins.
Yeah.
I feel like like as a guy, communication isn't as easy as it is.
Most of us don't
show
sharing,
emotion.
Yeah, or sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not an emotional. Like I said earlier, I'm not an emotional guy. I don't really get angry or sad or anything like that.
Like showing it unless I really know you, then I'm gonna be like I'm a fucking mess. These are some banger questions.
Okay, let's move on to the next one before I have to call Dr. Phil. Let's do one of these little side ones. Okay,
do the long one.
Do the long one first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because those are like...
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Why do men tend to dismiss women's interests and perpetuate the idea that their interest is irrational and immature, even though men act the same way with their interests? So when I asked her what she meant by this question, she said, why is it okay for like guys to rag on girls about things like being part of a fandom, like for BTS or like a YouTuber or something like that, when guys do the same thing for like soccer teams or like football teams and stuff like that.
And like I said when she asked that question, I didn't think that was a thing. Like
okay, this is just me, and
I'm okay with it. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm a Marvel dick rider. Yeah, like I'll ride that ship to the ground. Right, I don't care if you're in like some fan base. That's fine.
If fucking Wiz Khalifa pulled up or Ariana Grande, which I'm a big fan of, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants and be like, "Hey, let me take a picture."
Yeah, and I'm not gonna roast you for it because I've never met anybody famous. Men in general, though, I think it's because like
they just want to be the alpha, pretty much. Which I've told. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't explain it.
I think part of it is like with the guys, a lot of their common guys in general have a lot of common interests, right? Unless you're like me, I'm not real big into sports, but like sports is one really big facet for men.
Yeah, that's we know what they are. Just,
even if like say you liked football and I like soccer, right? It's both sports related, and you could be a huge, I don't know, Chiefs fan, and I could be a big ass Chivas fan, and I know how those fans get, but I don't think it's do what you want. You know what I mean? Like if you want to, whatever your interests are in, then do it. Don't. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about it.
Yeah. It's like whenever fuck. What am I trying to say? Like, I know I've seen those shows or like movies where like the girl wants to join a football team or like the guy wants to join like High School Musical.
Yeah, that's a real good example.
That's a good example.
Which is a movie I love.
Yeah, we both like High School Musical.
Yeah. That's weird because I've never like.
If you see me, you wouldn't think I would.
If you saw me, you would 100% think I would. My friends have never been like that. If I ever told my friends I wanted to do something, they'd be like, "Okay, do it." Yeah. Not, "Hey, man."
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen my high school friends since like 7 years ago, but it's not like if we see each other like now, it's not like, "Oh, who the fuck are you?" It's not now. I'm a fucking either kiss this dude or give him a hug because it's like yeah, or both, yeah.
Like that's one thing that's bothered me a bunch about like the High School Musical movies or like movies that take place in high school in general. Like cliques are not a thing in high school. Like obviously some of the football guys they're all friends, you know. So they'll sit at the lunch table together.
Because they share a common interest.
Yeah, when I went to high school, it was never there's the table for the popular girls, there's the table for the nerds, there's the table for the jocks, because they were all kind of the same. Like cliques aren't a thing really. Like my group of friends, some of them were on the swim team. Some of them played basketball. I did choir. It was a mixed bag of things. So there was... What clique would we have fit into? And there was never, like, one girl that was the most popular girl in the whole school. There was a girl that everybody wanted to, like, get at. But never any, like, this is the queen bee of the high school. Because that's just not how life works.
No. And that's what I hate about, like, TV shows or, like, movies. Because they make it seem that's how it is. Mm-hmm. So whenever these kids go into high school, they're, like, scared. Or not scared, but like they're like expected to be like that. Which is not at all. They have
a false idea of how it like high school works. Like I was watching a video on YouTube earlier, and it was like a recap of a movie, and it was talking about like this girl goes to a high school obviously, and this guy's like, oh, and the girl was like the nerdy quirky girl was riding her bike to school. Okay, that's fine. People ride their bikes to school. If you live close, do it. Go for it. And it was like the obviously popular people were driving their parents' really nice car to school. I'm like,
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, that isn't a thing. Or like, she was like putting up a sign for like something that she was doing for school. And this guy came up because she was wearing like a dress and like took a picture of her dress. That definitely doesn't happen in school. Or at least that didn't happen when I went there. Or if you're going to do it, you don't do it out in the open. What the fuck? Do you want to go to jail? Or this, like, the popular girl threw her Starbucks drink at, like, the poster she was putting up. Like, just blatantly threw it at. That's how you get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even matter who you are. You want to start a fight, do some shit like that. It doesn't matter who you are in the school.
If you're a bully, you're a bitch.
Honestly. I got bullied in junior high. I had this guy in choir that used to, like, take his flip-flops off and, like, hit me in the back with it. I got tired of it one day and I ended up telling the teacher about it, but... I mean, you can, like, rib on somebody, be like, haha, hey, man. You roast them, that's fine. But, like, don't, like, mercilessly bully them. Because that's how you make school shooters. And everybody knows that. Like, when the quiet kid starts reaching in his backpack, everyone's like, did I make fun of him today?
Yeah, honestly.
Like, hey, bro, you dropped your pencil. Thanks, fam. Go to the bathroom. Huh? Just do it. Say less. High school is real simple, but at the same time really, really complicated. Like, it was so easy because, like, responsibility-wise, all I had to do was schoolwork and then go to work after school. And I wish I could go back to that.
Me too. What the fuck do you mean?
The most complicated thing I think about high school was, like, for me personally, was feelings. I went through a really, really big depression the last half of, or the first half of senior year.
Hey, me too. Because that's when my parents moved.
My dad kicked me out. He came in, he's like, hey, listen, are you going to talk to me? Because, I stopped talking to people in general. I didn't say anything to anybody at work. My dad came in one day and he's like, hey, you gonna say anything? You gonna talk to me at all? And I'm like, nah. He's like, okay, then I want you gone. I'm like, all right. So I moved in with one of my friends for a couple months. Then I ended up going back home. But your emotions, especially being a guy, emotions are something that you're taught to, like, repress, bury down. You know what I mean? And that's what I do with most of mine. Like, I don't really get mad. I just get, like, frustrated, like, really frustrated, and then it starts making me really anxious. I don't remember the last time I've ever gotten angry.
Me neither.
Probably because I'm like beating somebody up. I've got a lot of repressed aggression.
I mean, I don't know. I say I'm okay, and like how he said, we're just...
Yeah.
Because my dad taught me to, like, be a hard worker and shit like that. Like, that's all we're supposed to do.
Yeah, because society's idea of what a man is that the man is the provider.
But my mom told me to care, and that's what she taught me. So I'm both, but, like, I don't think I can probably count how many people in one hand see me really mad, and I don't think, I can't get mad at anybody, or, like, when they say I hate someone, I don't hate anybody.
Oh, I do.
I don't.
I hold grudges really bad. Like, if you've done something to me that was, like, really bad, I'm never gonna forget it. Like, I'm not saying, like, we'll just say, for example, like, you decided to not come into work and that fucked me for the whole day. That is whatever. But like if you did something to me, I'm not gonna forget it. It will always be like in the back of my mind. That's if afterwards I still fuck with you.
I mean, I'll probably be the same. It just it depends on what you did. Like if it's like, oh, you hurt me in some certain way, then yeah, fuck off. But if it's like, you just, I don't know. I mean, I'll still help whoever, no matter what they are, or I'll try to do my best on whatever. That's what I tell people at work. I'm like, if you ever need anything, I'll try my best to do whatever you need me to help you with. But I mean, yeah.
Jose's a lot nicer than I am. that is. If you get anything from this episode, is that Jose is a lot nicer than I am. I'm not going to say I'm selfish.
He has reasons.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'll word it like this: there are not very many things that I have like a vested interest in. Like I like my video games because that's something that is for me. I like to read. I like to play music. But there aren't very many things that I, like, care about. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could not... If you said, Demetrius, what are you passionate about? I could not answer that question.
I don't think I could either.
Because
I mean, even if I am, like you say, nice, I mean...
But, okay,
I mean,
not even nice. I would say, like...
And what type, like, passionate? Like, what, like, how?
Like, in terms of, like, what... Apart from having to pay bills... What gets you out of your bed? Like when you wake up, what gets you out?
Trying to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Started Twitch, trying to make it on Twitch,
See,
YouTube.
I don't have an answer to that.
Podcast.
Mine's just like, son of a bitch, I have to go to work.
Because I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, eventually, I mean, I don't know. Like my grandpa, rest in peace. He would always like say, just don't look at the bad stuff and get up and do what makes you. What you said, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Like, what gets you out of bed?
Yeah.
Like, what is your motivation to
and my motivation is for me to quit my full-time job and make either this or Twitch my full-time.
That would be dope. I don't think I have an answer to that. I mean, because I'm stuck in my head a lot. Like, I spend a lot of time, even at work.
He overthinks shit.
Like thinking about...
and who doesn't? But
that's true. That's fair. It's not just I'm not special because I overthink things. I'm in my head too much, though. Like, I rethink a lot of scenarios, or I'll find myself... Especially, like, if I'm alone. Like, alone. Like, taking a shower or something, right? Or if I hear, like, like a song. Sometimes I'll just, like, rethink something that happened years ago. And I'm like, if you had made the opposite decision that you made then, like, where would you be right now? Or if you could go back in time and change something.
But I mean, I don't think it's as much as what you are saying.
It's not a healthy habit. That's for sure. I mean, I'm self-aware enough to understand that. But man, I think it's, and this is probably gonna piss any female who's listening to this off. So disclaimer. I think while there are lots of things, not just in the world, but specifically America, a lot of things that go against women, like sexual harassment and like not equal pay and stuff like that, and women are marginalized. That I understand. I think it's very hard to grow up as a man in today's society because everybody has an idea of what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be the strong guy who provides for his family, doesn't ever complain, is emotionally closed off. And that breeds a lot of wrong. You get what I'm saying? Like, there are too many boys that act out, do things that they're not supposed to do, and the response is, oh, boys will be boys. Well, that's your response because that's, what you were taught. Like, not every boy is going to be into sports. I hate sports. I think that's stupid. Not every guy's going to be into cars. I couldn't tell you the first thing about a fucking car apart from the pedals where the gas goes. That's probably it. Actually, some of this goes into a further question, so I'll leave my answer cut off there, and I'll expound on that in a further question. I'm gonna read this easy. This will be an easy one. This will be a nice little
there you go.
We'll
do a long question,
nice
and then we'll do like an easy question.
Can you focus on yourself while talking to somebody else? Yeah.
And this is not like, this is like, because I asked them like what they meant. They said that like you're trying to fix anything about you, or like you're trying to buy a car, and that, or like concentrate on yourself while talking to somebody.
So you're trying to better yourself.
Not just being in a relationship.
Yeah.
So literally anything on yourself while talking to somebody.
I think you can.
That's what I said too. I said yeah.
I'm not ready to hop into a relationship. I think it takes a lot of
I'll let you. Sorry.
I think it takes a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Selflessness. You and I have had this conversation before. To be in a relationship requires like a certain amount of sacrifice. On my days off, like I've stated earlier, I'll just wake up and play video games, hop on Discord, talk to my friends, talk to my brother and stuff like that. And then to be in a relationship, you have to give up your time that you would do that, and then go spend that time with this other person. And I'm not ready to do that. Obviously, I know this question's not specifically talking about getting into a relationship with somebody, but I assume if you're talking to somebody, it's
well, that's something that's why they asked the question.
It's something that you fuck with.
It's part of it. I mean, and what I said was that if you're working on yourself and you think you need help with literally anything, then maybe that person can help you.
That's true.
You just need to ask.
Yeah, the first step to solving a problem is admitting that there's a problem.
And that's what that's what guys have problems with too. I hate asking for help.
Oh, I do too.
Like, if you know me, I hate asking for help.
Yep.
Like, literally with anything.
I didn't have enough money
to do it myself, then I'd rather do that.
I didn't have enough money to pay my phone bill, and I told my dad that like ahead of time. He's like, "You should have just asked me. I would have given you money." I was like, "No, I'm fine with not having a phone for like 3 days."
Yeah, I hate, especially money. I hate asking for money.
If I ever needed money because it was an emergency, I would ask, because I'd swallow my pride and I'd understand I have to do this. This is something that needs to be done. My phone is okay with being off for a couple of days. I'm not. Yeah. The world is not going to end because Demetrius can't text somebody. You know what I mean? So. Short answer is yes. I think you can focus on yourself while talking to somebody, as long as as long as both people in the situation understand
that you're working on yourself.
Yeah, what's happening in the situation. I wonder who wrote that, because this question is making me think of. You guys don't know who we're talking about, so I'm just gonna say names. This question is making me think of Jasmine. Is that the one who wrote it? Okay, because I thought all this blue one I thought was her. Okay, that's who I immediately thought of when I saw that question. All right, on to the next one. Do we just want to do another big one?
I mean, that's the next one, so yeah.
Okay. If you weren't raised in a patriarchy that condemns things that are inherently feminine, what are some things that you would want to do that you're too afraid to do or try out now? Musicals in high school. My parents used to roast me because I was a fan of musicals and stuff like that. Yeah, I was not a big sports guy or car guy. Bro. They used to call me, like, one of the things that they would do to get like a rise out of me is they would call me like gay or a fairy. And it's not that I hate gays, because I don't, but don't call me something that I'm not. Like, because it feels like you're talking down to me because this is what I'm interested in, and you're saying that this interest is something that guys don't do.
Or like wearing the color pink or purple or anything like that too. Like, I used
to have a pink polo that I wore every Monday in high school.
Yeah, it's just like that. Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean,
my parents wouldn't even let me take drama class. That was my parents said you can do whatever elective you want as long as that elective is not drama. I'm like, why? I guarantee the only reason that they let me do choir is because I can sing. That's it. Because my parents weren't like, not my parents. My dad went to one of my cross-country races. He didn't go to every single one of them, but I didn't expect him to. He went to one of them, though. And do you know how many times I saw him at that cross-country race? One time. In the whole 3.1 miles, I saw him for like 10 seconds once. And he was there the whole time. Like, that's great. Show up to that stuff. My mom was never, and this is probably going to piss some people off, and it's fine, it's whatever. My mom really didn't make an effort in going to any of my school events and stuff like that. Like my talent show, she didn't go. She didn't go because my dad was going to be there. It's like an auditorium, dude. Like, you don't have to sit next to him. Just go because you want to see your kid do good. not because you want. Don't not go because your ex-husband's there. You know what I mean? She never really went to my football games, track meets. Actually, she didn't go to any of my track meets, cross country races. I think she went to one of my football games. While I was in junior high and high school, my mom was injured. She did get attacked. She got attacked by a pit bull when I was younger. So I understand that, but
the other ones,
like it didn't seem like they were making an effort, because then she would go to like my brother's games, or like my brother's concerts and stuff like that. But musicals and stuff like that, I would 100% would have tried out for like a musical if I thought I wouldn't get like bullied about it at home.
Well, like if they had like just like a Glee club, like something like
I
that.
wish they had a Glee club. That would have been so cool.
At one point, we thought of making one ourselves.
I would have 100% gotten in on that. Well, that would have been so cool. I think cooking to an extent too.
Oh, that too.
I did take culinary in high school, and that I guess it's not one that like.
I love cooking. We both do.
Yeah, there were guys in that class. There were actually more guys in my culinary class than there were girls. So I guess this one doesn't really apply, but there are some things that just, like some jobs that are, not that they belong to women, but when you say them, you automatically think of women, right? Like, when you say nurse, you automatically think it's a girl. Yeah. Why? Because if it's a boy, you say, my male nurse. You know what I mean? Like, when I say auto mechanic, what's the first thing you think of? A dude.
Yeah.
A police officer, dude. Firefighter, dude. Receptionist, woman. It's not that women or men specifically own these jobs, or that's the only one that they can do. It's just, society over the years has decided, hey,
that's the only thing.
Yeah, women, you guys get the nurse. You can't be a doctor, but you can be a nurse. Women, you can't run a business, but you can be the receptionist at the front of that business. You know what I mean? But long answer turned into a short answer is the one. As soon as I saw that question, the first thing I thought of was musicals in high school. I would have 100% done that if I didn't think that my family would get mad about it. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. We can, if it's a long episode, we can just cut it in half, and then we can just like record an intro and then clip them together or something. Or fuck it, it's episode 3. It's a special episode since I fucked up and screwed up the recording. We'll just make this a really long episode. That's fine. I'm gonna say we're not gonna do the next one. I'm gonna go to the next one. We're gonna come back to this one.
I don't even want to do that one because
I have an answer for that one. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna answer that one. I'll come back to it. What are some guilty pleasures that guys, or I guess specifically us, but guys in general, indulge in? Guilty pleasures.
Wouldn't that be just like the other question, like stuff like
like
musicals?
Like what do you do that you wouldn't necessarily tell your friends that you were doing?
Listen to musicals.
Yeah. My friend's musical taste is very, very, very different from mine.
Like when me and Demetrius met, he thought the only thing I would listen to was like rap or literally anything other than what he likes. And we both ended up liking the same thing. And he's like, really? I didn't think you would.
Jose's a big-ass Mexican dude, so I thought he does have a boner for Wiz Khalifa, so if a Wiz Khalifa comes on, if a Wiz Khalifa song comes on, Jose's going to know the words to it, I'm sure. I don't know if I have any guilty pleasures, though. I mean,
building like these.
That's true. Okay. I'm a big Lego guy then. And I do model kits. I think it's cool. I like it. I don't think my friends are like roast me about it though, because we're all into like anime and stuff like that.
But it's not like something you tell someone off the rip.
No, I'm not gonna be like, hey man, so I just bought this new model kit, right? Yeah, no, I guess also model and my Funko Pop collection.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we both collect Funko Pops.
I guess Pokemon.
We try to one up each other with
Pokemon is probably a big one. I wouldn't just go like if I was on a date with a girl, I wouldn't just bring that up because I'm afraid that they're gonna be like, oh, that's for children.
Yeah, exactly. Like cards. Like, we collect Pokemon cards as
I play the games and we collect the cards and stuff like that.
I collect Hot Wheels.
Not in like a Logan Paul kind of way, where we're spending like $1 million and shit.
Obviously, we don't have that much, or else we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, we spend money that we can on cards. I mean, that was an easy one. What are your favorite rom-coms? Now, we had to research this question right before we started recording and look up rom-coms.
We had to research what movies.
Yeah, what movies counted as rom-coms? Because I asked when they wrote it if they wanted rom-coms or if it could be rom-coms / just like
romance.
Yeah, like
I
romance
say we
movies.
should do both.
Okay, so romance movies, I hate The Notebook.
I love The Notebook. I like The Notebook. Or The Fault in Our Stars.
I hate that movie too.
Bro, see, this is why we're two different people.
But if you said, Demetrius, do you want to watch A Walk to Remember? I will sit down and watch that whole ass movie with you.
I forgot about that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie.
A Walk to Remember is so sad.
I like 50
and
Shades of Grey.
And she sings so good. What the? I was about to say, I was about to judge you so fucking hard. But damn, that's... I was like, Magic Mike. Ugh.
No.
I'm not a big romance movie kind of guy, though.
Okay, that's romance.
Okay, so rom-coms, mine's...
Crazy Rich Asians is one of my favorite.
I've never seen that.
You should watch it.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
I like 50 First Dates, 13 Going on 30. Gosh, there was a whole list of those.
I like Just Do It, Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, which I don't know if you've seen either.
I don't think I've seen that.
You should watch it too. It's not like really a more romance, it's more like just comedy.
I feel like it leans more into the comedy part of rom-com.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we're switching from a ha-ha he-he, not joke question, but like a lighthearted question to a more heavy question. So, okay. Do you think men acknowledge toxic masculinity? I guess whether it's their own or men in general. Yeah, I think some men do. Like, there are guys...
Can you explain that question? Because I don't get it.
Okay, so, like, toxic masculinity is like, man, how do I word this without, like, accidentally being wrong? Okay, here's an example of toxic masculinity. Like, a girl wearing, like, a tight dress or something's walking down the street, right? And guys will start, like, catcalling her. Like, whistling out her stuff like that. I hate that. That's stupid.
Yeah, this is dumb.
You look like a dumbass.
Yeah, that shit's stupid.
Or, guys taking out... Or guys, like, when it comes to being frustrated, the only way that they can express themselves is like through violence. Yeah.
Okay, like, let me holler at you. Yeah.
Men being... like, guys being violent. Like, bro stuff. Like, Chad stuff like that. Yes, because women must not pay attention to men very much.
Why shit.
Women, I guess, don't pay attention to men enough because most guys hate, like, Chad kind of dudes.
Yeah, I can't.
That shit's annoying.
I'd rather punch him in the face than be friends with him.
See, that's toxic masculinity right there. You can't just go around punching people, Jose.
Sorry. Okay, that's when only I'm mad.
Yes, I think men... there's a higher percentage of men that acknowledge toxic masculinity than there are that don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. Does it feel empowering to have a penis? No.
And they only asked this question because of the workplace.
I
don't think so.
Okay. I'll put it like this. Me having a penis has nothing to do with who I am. Obviously, I'm a guy. Duh. So I'm going to have a penis. But the fact that I have one does not change anything about me. I'm the same person regardless of if I had it or not. You know what I mean? I don't wake up being like, ugh.
I mean, I know
penis is still there.
Some people are going to disagree with this. But that's our answers.
Yeah, that's just the truth, honestly.
Yeah, we're not. So.
Me having a penis does not matter. But at the same time, I don't think having a vagina matters either. Actually, I think it does. Okay, I'll word it like this.
Again, if you disagree, it's fine.
Yes. Our opinions are different, okay? How easy is it for a girl, if she really wanted to get laid, Mad easy. You could find a guy. It doesn't have to, it might not be the greatest sex you've ever had. It could be the worst, but you can almost always find somebody that is willing to get in bed with you, right? Now, how easy is it for men? Because you and I still know people that are virgins. Not just the one that you and I are thinking of, but like, I know a couple more. It's not easy. And it's because there's this preconceived notion that anytime you talk to a girl, you want to sleep with them. And that's just not the case sometimes. So, like, it's nice to have companionship without the relationship status. I think sometimes having a penis is a detriment, not a benefit. Because there are some things that girls automatically assume, like the whole you do something for a girl and she's like, oh, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Shit like that pisses me off. That's toxic femininity. But we'll move on before I get canceled.
I mean, that goes with the question you said you skipped.
Oh, true. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that. Sorry. Okay. What is your most or I guess what was your most toxic relationship? Since both of us are,
I don't want.
You don't. Okay, Jose doesn't have to answer this. I'll answer this one. Remember that girl I brought up earlier? I'm just gonna give you like the Cliff's Notes of this relationship. So we're gonna turn back the tables. We're gonna go back in time about 10 years.
You have to explain it. Just
I'm explaining it.
Can't hold you back.
Hold
me back. I got you.
This is back in the era that I call simp Demetrius. I was something back then. 2011. I met my ex-girlfriend of the time in March of 2011. We went to school together. I remember the first day I met her. She was applying for a job at our place that gave us our bonus check today. And, I was like, I want to get with this girl. So I tried. Turns out she had a boyfriend. Breaks up with her boyfriend, and I work up the courage. This is when Andre worked with me. I worked up the courage one day at work because I knew she was single to ask her out. And Andre was there. He was hyping me up, and I'm like, I'm going for it. I'm a screwed up. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna be like, hey, you want to go out? So I did. I worked up the courage, and she said no. She's like, I just got out of a relationship. I'm sorry. If there was a little bit more time, I'd 100% want to get in a relationship with you. So I go back inside and I'm all smiling and stuff like that. Andre's like, she said yes, didn't she? I was like, nah, man. She said no. Fast forward a bit, she gets another boyfriend. This dude's a piece of work, and her and I are like really, really good friends. You could say like best friends at this point. So all her relationship problems, she would tell me. Which is that it is dangerous looking back on it. Because now anytime you're with a girl, anytime you're with a girl and something happens, I always think she's going to tell the guy that's waiting for me to fuck up. Which was me back then. That was me, waiting for this dude to fuck up. And he did, royally. She went to his apartment one day to bring him something and saw a girl climbing out of his window. Yeah. So that was a big whole long thing. So then we got together. We were together for a couple of months. It wasn't anything wild. And then one day she broke up with me. We had dated technically in high school for like a week. But then she broke up with me. And I was persistent. So we had dated for a couple months and she broke up with me again. She said, I don't want to be in a relationship. To be honest, I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to go hang out with people my own age. Not that I'm super much older than her, but all her friends are the same age. And they want to go do, like, experience things that you experienced at that age. And I took it like a champ. I was like, that's fine. Was I sad about it? Yes. Did I let anybody know about it?
Nope.
Well, yes, because I was quiet. And when I get upset, I get quiet.
Oh, that's true. I forget you have a whole month.
Yeah.
When something's bothering him, he does not talk to anybody.
That's when I do my best work. So fast forward another bit of time. We had been friends for, God, so many years. And my friends, my close friends were like, Demetrius, what are you doing, dude? Like, stop. Go. There are other girls. It's one of those, like, there are plenty of fish in the sea. And I'm like, okay, I want this fish, though. So we end up getting together again. It was like third time's the charm. She gets her own apartment. I'm there all the time. It was almost the point I was living with her. And, then it was like I said earlier, she wanted kids and to get married. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. She's like, we've known each other for like so long. And I'm like, yeah, we've known each other for so long, but most of that time was me chasing you because you already had a boyfriend. We've only been together. The entire time we've been together, not including what we are now, but before you broke up with me last time, it's like 6 months. I'm like, it's just, we're moving way, way too fast. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And we never, we went our separate ways and literally never looked back from there. I haven't spoken to each other in, what year is it, 2021? I haven't spoken like literal words to her where I could hear her speak to me in 7 years. So it's 2014. I spent a lot of time chasing after and putting more effort into this relationship than she did, because she knew no matter what, I would always be around. I was the backup. And I was just too stubborn to accept that. And then it ends up where, without memeing about it, obviously, my personality shifted. I went from being like the puppy dog, the guy that was like, oh, I'll do whatever you want and stuff like that, to like, I couldn't give two shits. Oh, you're sad? Sorry about it.
Go talk to Jose.
Yeah. You're like, I am now, like, not jaded, because, Jasmine thinks I'm bitter. I'm not bitter.
Yeah, she called me that now, too.
A mistake was made, and I learned from that mistake. So I won't make the same one again. Is my answer to that question. So I spoke for a while because Jose doesn't want to answer the question. So I decided to speak for the length of time that both of us would talk. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. We'll go on to the next one. Do you think sexism is real in the workplace? In our workplace, no. In the workplace, 100%.
In general, yes.
Yes, but not at our store. I don't think so.
At least that we know of. I mean,
no, it's not at our store. There's nothing that they would. No, I guess, but not in like the bad kind of way. Like, I won't send the girls to take out the trash at night because they're girls. I'll always send one of the guys. But I don't think that's sexist.
Well, that's because that's always been a rule from.
Well, and I don't want anything to happen to them. If it's guys, then
we're not allowed to have minors go out past 8, or when they're
once it gets dark.
Light.
Yeah. I'll send the guys. If it's a minor guy, that's fine, because we have cameras and more or less I'm sure they can handle themselves. If one of us has to go out there, then we can. But I don't want to send one of the girls just on the off chance that something happens. So I don't think that counts as sexism though. It is 100% in the workplace.
But then again, we're being honest with these questions, so that's like what we're saying.
In the workplace, yes. In our workplace,
because I know some of them's gonna be like, oh, they don't think we can handle ourselves. We can, or we do believe we can. It's just I don't know. I don't know. It's something we just been taught.
Yeah. And I think, is this the last one? I think it's the last question. Unless there are more on the other page. Nope. Okay, this is the last question. This would have been like question 5, but we skipped it, and I'm coming back to it. Do you think size matters? Now, when they wrote that, I was like, do you mean size of like penis, or size as in like ass and titties? And they're like, penis. Okay. This is Demetrius' hot take on that question. Women think size matters to men because size matters to women.
Yeah.
Any woman that says size doesn't matter is lying to you. And I know that's going to be a hot take, and women be like, I don't care what size it is. It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. BS. You wouldn't ask that if you didn't care. Men don't care unless they have like a micro penis. Men do not care. Sure, you're going to hear guys exaggerate and be like, yeah, man, I'm rocking with a 9-inch long garden hose. Men do not care about size. We don't. Women do. Which is why they think we care about it.
Yeah, true.
It's like, but I guess the question's also the opposite, like ass and titties, right? Does size?
Well, that's probably why we asked.
Yeah, does the size of that matter for a guy?
I don't care.
Why? I don't know. I've never dated anybody that was like small. You know what I mean? Not that I'm saying like if you're a twig, you can't. Like, I would never have interest in you because that's just rude. But
I mean, that's like so.
I mean, in society, having big boobs is like seen as like a great thing, and I know it's terrible for your back. My sister grew up with like, this is gonna sound weird because I'm talking about my sister's boobs, but she grew up. I think she was like 9, and she was like flat chested, and then like 10, she had like, this is in like elementary school. She had like C's and D's. Now I think she has like, I want to say like G's or something like that. So, I'm not even a boobs guy anyway. So I don't. If you've got big boobs, cool. That's great. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your back hurts all the time. My back hurts too, but that's just because my ass is so big. I'm an ass guy. I like it. I'm big on ass. But to answer the question 100%, to put the hammer on the nail, do I think size matters? No. Because men don't give a shit about the size of their penis. I mean, they might give a shit about their size because everybody's self-conscious. But I don't care what Jose's got. I'm sure Jose doesn't care what I've got until our hot date tomorrow night. So
yeah,
and then I'll just get like one of those pumps.
Surprise!
I'll just pop one of those fucking Blue Chew pills I keep getting the fucking ads for on my Facebook. Fucking weirdos. I didn't know it was Viagra at first.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? Because it's got like people like influencers, and I was like, oh, let me click on it and see what it is.
Cool. David Dobrik.
Well, okay. I guess I should have understood one of them because one of them was Lana Rhoades. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Lana Rhoades and her boyfriend. But at the time, I didn't know who Lana Rhoades was. It was some other guy that I followed, and I'm like, Blue Chew. This must be like an energy thing. Clicked on it. It's for fucking ED. I'm like, damn. Are people my age getting ED? I 100% agree with. I think that's real though. I think guys my age or our age are 100% finding it harder to activate their stuff because every guy watches porn. Every single guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be regularly, but every guy's at least seen it, right? I don't believe anybody that's told me they've never once ever seen porn.
Because we have a friend that said that, and we don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I do not believe that. Every guy has seen porn or like regularly watches it, and porn teaches the wrong kind of like that's not the way you do it. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna get with a girl,
that's what they asked. The size match.
If you want to get with a girl, then you have to like if you're gonna have sex with her. This isn't me giving you relationship advice. This is if you want to have sex with a girl. One of the things you maybe shouldn't do is pretend your penis is a fucking jackhammer, and like, that's not. Don't do that. That's dumb. that's stupid. Or I saw this on Okay, so we asked this question because I saw an article about it on BuzzFeed, and that's what gave me the inspiration, or this is what told me, or it gave me the inspiration to tell Jose about it, and now we were doing it on the podcast. One of the questions was why do men like it when the cat is tight, right? Because apparently if it's like like if it's a like kung fu grip, that's not good. Yeah, like it's supposed to be like, I mean, obviously there's muscles down there, so it's gonna latch on, but it's not supposed to be like mad like raccoon trying to go through like a hole the size of a penny.
You don't have to explain.
Yeah, I over-explained. Sorry, like because it's so the whole thing is just supposed to get the stuff moving, so it's supposed to make it easier to do the thing. We paused because my roommate was yelling in the other room. He's real upset apparently about something because he's yelling "bro" constantly. But yeah, I don't know. Porn is just...
It's out there.
Yeah. And especially with what it is now, like, it's like there's so many extremes. Like, you can't... It's not just like, oh, these people are having sex, let me just, do my stuff. Now it's like, you gotta, like, search for the extreme stuff. Like, these people are having sex on a picnic table where people can see them, and it's on a hidden camera at night. It's it just gets more and more extreme, and then when you actually finally get with somebody,
oh no, I dropped my gamer headset.
When you finally get with somebody, it's not the situation that you are taught by porn to expect for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
There's too many stepbrother, I'm stuck in the dryer, and that's what people are expect that to be, especially younger kids. I was mad nervous when I lost my virginity. I was fucking terrified. It was not one of those, fuck yeah, here we go, dude, I'm about to become a man. I was fucking mortified.
Dude, teach me.
Yeah, I was like, this is so awkward. What's happening right now? It was so alien. I was not just during. Obviously, it was awkward before and during. It was real awkward after. I was like, this is so strange for me. I mean, I texted my friends though. I was like, hey guys, guess what? But
what'd you do after? Just fucking. Are we talking about this?
No, we're gonna talk about this. Because like it was like
I'm asking like not like what you did. Are you like do you get hungry after? Just take a nap after?
I get mad thirsty.
Thirsty.
I always ask for a drink. If I had like back when I was drinking soda, because I've given up soda for a couple months now. I would always have I'd bring a Pepsi or something with me.
Really?
Yeah, and then afterwards chug it.
Hey, you want to come fuck? Let me hold on. Let me go get.
I gotta run by come and go grab a fucking 2-liter of Pepsi or something. Yeah, really? Yeah. I get real fucking thirsty. I don't get hungry. I don't get sleepy or anything like that. I just get really thirsty, and then I want to go do something else. I'm just like, oh well, that was fun. And which one of these video games?
All right, let me get on Warzone. Right
yeah. Beep. I'm not a big cuddler. I don't want to do the whole. Oh, we just had sex, let's cuddle after. I'm like, do we have to, though? Do we have to? I don't want to. It's because...
Round 2, Malcolm.
And I know, girls are... not all girls, obviously. But there are some girls that, they think if you're not physical with them, that you don't have any interest in them.
Yeah. Or you're losing... affection?
Yeah.
Not affection.
I've been with girls that when we went to sleep... would want me to go to sleep cuddling them. And I'm like, first of all, fuck no. It's too damn hot. And also, I sleep on the left side of my body. And I always slept on the right side of the bed. So when I sleep, my back is always to the person I'm with. That's just always how it's been. It's not because I don't want to be in the same bed as you. I let you in my fucking bed to begin with. The fact that I let you sleep in it is, or, the fact that I'm even in your bed, should be clue enough to be like, damn, I think this nigga likes me. Also, I'm black. I'm allowed to say that. So, I don't know. It's being a non-physical person, having been in relationships with very physical people, is hard. It's not easy. Oh, USA's playing Australia in beach volleyball for the Olympics right now. Dope. What did Joel send me on Instagram? Now we're not even talking about anything now. That's funny. I haven't seen a bathroom plug like that, like a bathtub plug-in like that. I don't think I have one. When we moved in, I didn't have one.
Here?
Yeah.
I did.
The metal one that we have broke off. I use a sock. Yeah. I roll in. I turn the hot water on because I'm not trying to fill the tub with cold water. If I want to take a bath, because, hey, listen, I'm not one of those dudes. Oh, that's one of those inherently feminine things. I fucking love taking baths. That shit is so fucking relaxing. Now, it's hard for me to fit in the bathtub because our bathtubs are tiny and they were made for old people and children. But I love taking a nice fucking hot bath. Plus, when I had kidney stones, one of the ways to help ease the pain would be to just lay in the fucking bath with the water as hot as I could fucking get it. And then once it started to cool down, drain all the water out and then refill the tub back up. So I'm big on taking baths.
I can do a lot of hot water though.
Really? How long are your showers?
I don't know.
My showers are 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. I will use up all of the hot water before I get out of the shower. Because Eric and I shower at different times, so I don't have to worry about him not having hot water. So I'll take a shower, turn on some music, like a playlist or something, and then just rock out in the shower. Have a whole ass concert, helicopter shit. Great. And then once I get the water, the handle all the way over and it gets as hot as it's allowed to go. Once I start to feel it cool down is when I'm like, time to get out the shower. So,
if you guys have any more other questions that we didn't answer in this one, you can ask away. Mm-hmm. Or if you got too offended, then
sorry,
just leave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not real worried about. I'm not super concerned about offending anybody because, we explained, these were our opinions. Yeah. And that we were asked these questions specifically so that they could hear our opinions on these questions.
That's true. They did say that.
So I didn't go within this, with the idea of, I got to be careful with what I say. Obviously, I'm not going to be like, man, I love fucking bitches and shit like that. I love having a bitch over at my house. No, it's obviously because that's not how we are. We don't talk like that. But I think we gave all my answers were honest.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have more, just ask, and then we'll see if we can add or make just another complete episode on just questions like these.
As long as it's like, it doesn't have to be family friendly, but like, don't be weird.
Yeah.
Don't ask me some weird shit.
Just don't be weird, that's all.
Because if you ask me some weird shit, I'm going to give you a weird ass answer, and we both don't want that.
Yeah. So,
I think with that
follow
being said,
us, subscribe, follow. We'll link our stuff underneath.
I'll try not to fuck up any more recordings.
Yeah.
This one's going to take a bit longer.
I'm taking care of this one after we're done with this one. So
this one's going to take a bit longer to edit. And by longer, I mean like we just edit out like the silences, okay? We don't edit out like whole clips of what we're saying. It's uncut for a reason.
We didn't say anything for a while.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We just go through and like compress the silences. Yeah, it's uncut for a reason. We don't cut out any of the things we say. We just shrink the amount of time it takes in between us being silent, like in between thoughts. So
with that being said,
I'm Demetrius, and that's later. Jose. And
later.
Yeah, have a good one.